There are hundreds of AI tools right now on the market. Some are free, some you have to pay for. I'm going to walk you through the top 4 tools that I have tested and then I keep coming back to after testing literally hundreds of AI tools. And so these tools specifically help me save time, make me money, and actually help me with fulfillment and all this efficiency. And number 3, more importantly, they're easy to use and they don't cost much, and some are even free. So my first tool, if you haven't heard of it, is Gamma.app. Gamma.app is literally through a prompt going to make me a pitch deck, presentation, slideshow, whatever it may be. So if you're spending hours right now making pitch decks, making presentations, if you're, for instance, if you're a student making presentations, this is what you're going to use. If you have, if your current job right now requires you to actually present, create documents, create findings, whatever, this is what you're going to use. All right. So let's actually dive into how to use this. Now, for this purpose of this video, we're actually going to be making, all right, a presentation or pitch deck to sell our clinical AI services. So what I love to do with Gamma is that, yes, you can actually just create a pitch deck or whatever you're trying to do, presentation, just with a few sentences from just the prompt. What I like to do is actually go to my LLMs and create something. So what I have here, and again, this is very poor prompting, it's just because I'm just trying to speed run through this. But right now, just so you get the idea, I just said, we are selling AI services to a clinic. Please help me create a world-class prompt so I can pitch my services to them. Also create me a prompt I can then put into Gamma as I will be presenting this live. Take your time. With this, there's no rush. Now, if you haven't seen my ChatGPT 5, okay, my ChatGPT 5 video, I'll put it on a card here somewhere. Watch that. ChatGPT 5 is not broken. Just 99% of people don't know how to properly use it. So if you want to enhance your prompts, make it more efficient, and actually get more out per prompt, watch that video. Again, that's somewhere here. But so it spits this out for me. Now I like, again, getting my prompts from chat. I will prompt chat to make me a prompt, and it basically gave me this. Now, again, we're speed running through this. I would clean this up, spend some time here, edit it, revise it, work, you and chat can ping pong some ideas off each other. But ultimately, what I'm looking for is just this right here. All right, and again, clean this up, whatever, you get the point. We're gonna carry on. So once ChatGPT, I've spent some time revising it, doing everything, we are going to move on to Gamma. Now that I have a workable prompt, I'm going to press generate. Now we can paste in text, right? So create from notes and outline our existing content. We're going to generate, most of the time I am generating something new, or you can actually import your file. So if you've been working on something and you just found this app, or you've been working on something, you can actually put it in and can help you enhance it, or you can remix a template. I go generate. I am going to go. Now, we have presentation, web page, document, or social. We're going to do presentation. Cards are just how many slides. So we're just going to go 14 to 15, which is totally fine. I'm going to stay on default. We're going to go English. All I'm going to do is just paste this in from ChatGPT. I'm going to go edit prompt. It's going to take me over here. Look at this, beautiful. So we're going to do freeform. Now on this panel here, so my left side panel, we have text content. We're going to do generate, so we're not going to condense or preserve anything. Now, when you are presenting, Jason Fladlin, one of the best webinar presenters in the world that's helped both Iman Gadzhi and Hormozi, says keep one idea per slide. A lot of the times, and again, I speak with a lot of 6, 7, 8 figure businesses. A lot of the time, their presentations are just, it's very logical, not so much emotional, and just more and more importantly, it's just condensed each slide with tons of ideas. So one idea per slide. That's why I like to press minimal. And then you can, again, we're just going to roll with this right now, part of this video here. But you can adjust this, and then tone is decent. You can actually go to chat and say, hey, create me a tone for this presentation. This will work just fine. Output language, you can choose between your languages. Theme does not matter. You can change the theme actually when it does create it. So you're fine. AI images for right now. Okay, so let's just create this here. We're going to do 10 cards for right now. Let's generate. Now, this is super important. It's generating. It's going to take some time. Look at that. Beautiful. And it starts writing it out. Now, I was just at a conference, an AI conference in Colombia, and the girl presenting actually used Gamma to create her presentation. I thought that was super cool. Look at this thing go. Now, while your competition or while your coworker is spending hours trying to make a perfect pitch deck, perfect presentation, whatever it may be, you can literally spit this up. It's going to give you all of this, and it's absolutely amazing. I believe this is about 29 bucks, 30 bucks. Well worth it because I literally use this like every day. Okay, so again, if you're an employee or you're a student, whatever, and you're like, I even use this with current clients. I'll send this over, a revised version of current findings for the month, use cases, whatever the case may be. This is absolutely amazing. So you can come in here. Let me just move this. You can come in here. I can close this here. Now, this is the beautiful part. I can write, I can type, I can adjust. I can come here, press these 3 buttons, and I can have it just like any other interface. I can adjust. Now, for instance, if you're saying, well, I don't like the photo, perfect. You can actually come edit image, and you have the ability to choose from photorealistic, illustration, abstract, 3D, line art, and custom. All right, aspect ratio. So you can actually play around with the images. So for instance, let's do photorealistic. And all you're going to do is just press generate. And it's going to generate you a photorealistic image that goes along with it. Or you can obviously input your own images. Totally fine while it's doing that. Okay, so, that's fine. Perfect. And obviously, it's AI, so it understands that we are doing a clinic. So it's not going to put, most of the time, it's not going to put something irrelevant. It's actually going to match the writing kind of with the picture. Okay, so we have perfect stuff here, and then it's going to give you, I can go here. I can press these 3 dots again, and I can change the color. So if I want to add some color, I can change the color, right? So you get it. I can go add item before. Let's just delete this. I can even change the layout. So it gives me some layout options here. I can do a ton. And then this sidebar here, so I can go basic blocks, I can go images, I can go smart layouts. It's kind of just a shortcut. But there's a ton of stuff you can do here. And look, this is 90% done. And then you can basically just copy and paste, or you can even have this write you some great stuff. Now, again, I would fact check it all. I would have my own writing and then just have this kind of develop the framework, develop kind of the skeleton, and then I would implement my information. Okay, but like this thing here is solid. I love it. And again, I present this, you go present, or you can just download through here. You can share it. They do have agent mode. So most apps I will be showing you have agent mode. You can come in here and you can basically just say, hey, on slide 5, change this, this, and this. Fix any typos, whatever. Very, very user-friendly. And then you can obviously clear up here. So super, super easy to use, easy to navigate, better than anything I have ever tried. And then again, once again, you can just change your themes here. Depending on, if you're trying to be professional, you can, you have an array of themes. Super, super cool. Okay, so now that we have our pitch deck, let's actually work on the marketing. How we're actually going to get clients, or how do we create maybe a landing page, for instance, okay, or a lead magnet to actually get them involved. Now, let's do that. So that is the first app. Highly suggest you check it out. Please use it. But let's move on to actually having a front end system of our practice here. That brings us to Lovable. Now, I pay for Lovable. Again, not the most expensive. It's, if you're using it quite often, it's fantastic. But let's just do again, keeping with the same theme, a landing page. I would go to chat to give me a prompt for this landing page, but we're just going to say, create me a landing page for my AI company, company that sells AI to, let's do medical clinics, right? Boom. Now, you can add Supabase, you can, make this publicly visible, or you can attach some stuff there. I have some stuff already made. I've been using this for a long time. And the beautiful thing about this as well is that they create, or community members actually create their own landing pages. So if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, and if chat really didn't give you anything worth your while, you can actually come in here and kind of look at things and be like, okay, great, they're actually using this. I can preview it, right? Then I can go in and create my own. I can view project. I can really get a sense of how the lay of the land, so to speak, it looks like. So that's something, or you can actually just come up here and make it your own. So that's what we're going to do. Again, create me a landing page for my AI company that sells AI to medical clinics. So again, we have our pitch deck. So we're ready to sell our services. Again, you're going to spend some time with the offer, whatever. But right now, what I want to do is run some ads, right? So we would run some ads. We're going to need a landing page. So let's create the landing page. And now we are getting ready. It's going to, we have all, so let's just do this here, move me here. So I'll create a professional modern landing page for your medical AI company. Let me design something that conveys trust, innovation, and medical grade professionalism. Design approach, it's going to tell you basically just like kind of LLMs, what it's going through, what it's doing, and this is going to build itself out. So theoretically, so you understand where I'm trying to go with this is that each app has a specific use case that most people get stuck in, especially when they're trying to make money. So again, Gamma is going to help you with the presentation aspect of things. Okay, Lovable is going to help you develop the website, develop landing pages, develop lead magnets for the funnel aspect of things to actually get people to hopefully a meeting so you can actually present your product. And then one of my last apps I'll be showing you is actually how to develop and make the actual product. Now, it's very important. One thing I used to fail at, I used to be terrible at, would be, I think everyone goes through it. When you're developing, let's say, a website, it's like you spend 12 hours on the logo, on the color, on the font, all this nonsense that really doesn't move the needle. So when you're developing a product, I want it to be cold friendly. So you have to have an offer. You can read Alex Hormozi's offers book, fantastic. If you've taken any courses, everyone really talks about offers now. So there's tons of information online on YouTube about offers. But you want to create a cold traffic offer. So for instance, what's cold traffic? It's going up to a complete stranger and saying, do you want this? And if they say no, well, it's not cold traffic appealing. And so you want to get a little bit of a test pool. So maybe that's calling local businesses. Maybe that's calling or sending out cold email. Maybe that is just publishing to social media. What you don't want to do is call your cousin or your brother and say, hey, do you want my product? That is not going to work because it's biased. And so then when you actually do take a whole week to build out your product and you go to market, no one's going to want it. So it has to be cold traffic appealing, cold traffic friendly. There has to be market participants that are actively buying it right now and that want it. AKA, you have to make a very compelling offer. So let's do this here. Boom. Here we go. It's making it for me. I guess it called Medi AI. Boom. Let's go here. So this is fantastic. Again, if you don't have ClickFunnels and you don't want to do all the marketing, now you will see. So there is, you can tell a Lovable template from a lot of things. So if you see this kind of layout, this is Lovable. Okay, and not that that's a bad thing. Let's kind of go through this because this is really good. So I have obviously a menu bar up top. Okay, it's not working just yet, so I'm going to tell it, hey, make the menu features work. I have a sign-in application. I can get started, but I have AI-powered healthcare solutions. Transform your medical practice with AI. Empower your clinic with cutting-edge artificial intelligence. Streamline. I can get started. I have a CTA. My above the fold could use work. However, this is like fantastic. Again, if you're not into marketing, this right here will do just fine. Most people get stuck again with the logo, with the colors. just create the thing and go to market. Super important. And right now with these tools I'm about to show you, I am showing you, you can go there within literally a day, okay? Within less than a day. All right, we have some social proof here, and then everything you need to modernize healthcare, perfect. We have intelligent diagnostics, we have smart scheduling, we have automated documentation, we have predictable analysis, all these use cases. All right, and then trusted, again, some social proof, super important. We have some testimonials down here, right? Ready to transform medical practice, perfect. Okay, so again, great skeleton. Now let's maybe just show you how to kind of work this thing. And again, very cool. So I can actually come in here, I can code. So this is kind of all my files. I can code, I can search for stuff. Again, I'm not the greatest coder. However, with these tools, it becomes a lot easier to code stuff. I can come to cloud if I want. Okay, you don't necessarily have to. And then I can come back here. So let's say I hate the color. Let's just go change the color of the theme to, let's go bright blue. I believe blue conveys trust. So let's go bright blue and let's see what it does here while it's thinking. Okay, so what else do we need? So we have a get started. These don't work. You know, there's no link to this demo here. I can put in a link and say, hey, when I press watch demo, create a different page. I can start creating all these pages, all these use cases so that I actually have a full-fledged website. Okay, really, really cool. Again, this here is a skeleton, it's a shell, but it's a lot of this is already done, especially if it's a landing page. If you're not trying to be a website and you're just trying to have a landing page, funnel people in to your offer, I mean, you're essentially done. All right, I would obviously remove the menu bar, but you're pretty much already done. So there we go. We have the color change, perfect. Right, perfect, boom, and we're good to go. I mean, yes, you can change the copy. I would go to Claude, I would change the copy, I'd understand my prospect, do a ton of research, understand what makes a good funnel, understand funnel building and design. But again, this right here is something to scoff at. This is really good, and you can move on, and you can just, again, use this. These are stepping, like this is 90% done. You're going to spend some time, you're going to spend a few hours adjusting the copy, iterating, and then you're going to go to Microsoft Clarity, implement that here so that you actually understand your consumer behavior, right? What is your ICP doing when they're reading all this stuff? Where are they? Are they getting stuck? What can be improved? How the above the fold looks. Okay, so that is Lovable. Please look into it, start using it. There's no need to be spending hours on hours creating funnels unless you're getting paid a lot of dollars. But just start testing and then you can iterate upon this. All right, so now that we have the front end, all right, so we actually have a landing page, we have the pitch deck ready to sell our services. What are we exactly selling and how are we actually going to get people? That is when NAN comes in, right? So NAN is fantastic because it's an automated, I can actually build stuff, I can automate stuff, I can create things, I can, again, a lot of things. I've talked about NAN before, but what they've recently done is they've created a build with AI tool. So if you don't know, again, much code, now I didn't really know either until I really started practicing with N8N, and there's some code to it, but a lot of it now is very intuitive, and once you start playing around with different templates, you can actually get the hang of things. So what N8N has done now is they've built with AI. So what are we going to do? Well, we can do a few things. Number one, I want to run ads. So how are we going to run ads? Well, we can actually create an ad template that's actually going to help us develop AI ads for my offer, or just create ads for me so that I can run it to my landing page, my Lovable landing page. Okay, and then actually I can start building products out with N8N, and I can show specific use cases while even on our calls. All right, so for instance, let's do a, so this is their workflow. Okay, this is their build with AI. Let's do a pizza delivery chatbot. We're not going to do the AI creatives template right now, but we are going to build something here. I'm kind of going to show you. So you have your build section and you have your ask section. Okay, so again, just like your chats, just like your LLMs, it's going to walk you through what it's currently doing, what it's thinking. So right now they're searching nodes, as you can see here. I can stop it at any point if I don't like what I'm seeing. And then all I'm going to do is continue here. So while that is building it out, right? So we have this. Now it's going to go horizontal once it gets there. Okay, so this is our pizza chat bot. Now we used AI to build this out. Now the beautiful thing too is that on this side panel here, it actually again walks you through what it did, and then actually how to set it up, which is super useful. So you can come down here and then complete these steps before executing your workflow. So you obviously have to get a pizza menu tool. So I have to put in a menu API. I have to put in my APIs down here. Now the good thing is what they're starting to do now is actually just start connecting automatically. They autofill a lot of the APIs, and you can go from there. Some of this here, so the very cool thing as well is that what they do is that they tell you what needs to go in these areas. All right, so obviously we would put the URL of a menu, of a website, whatever, and then we can get going here, and then we can have a trigger, obviously being like a text. And the cool thing is we do have a memory here. So again, this takes some time, but again, what I'm trying to showcase here, what I'm trying to make evident to you is that a lot of this is already done. The shell, the skeleton is already there with all these tools, okay? Yes, there is some work on the back end you have to do with this thing. There's some coding you have to do, but I'm not the most proficient coder. I'm kind of bad at it, but I've spent some time with these tools, and you just learn very quickly what needs to go where, why it's not working, and then I can even ask, and I can start, this can kind of walk me through, or I can go to Claude, I can go to chat, and ask, hey, this is an error. How do I go about solving for this? Right. So what I'm trying to show here is that you can build something out here. You can actually create a lot of automations for yourself to make this process manual, to make it super easy,